It's likely that you're familiar with cryptocurrencies, the digital alternatives to traditional currencies such as dollars and euros that have been capturing headlines for the past decade. During this period, their collective market value has surged from zero to surpassing $1 trillion. The driving force behind their remarkable ascent is straightforward. Cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin in particular, offer unique advantages not found in conventional currencies like dollars. They stand out for their enhanced transparency and democratic nature, providing users with unparalleled freedom in spending, investing, and purchasing according to their preferences. Significantly, these digital currencies operate independently of government or central bank control. As we explore further, it becomes evident that these characteristics are especially pronounced in Bitcoin, the original and arguably the most renowned cryptocurrency. The ensuing discussions will delve into the shared limitations of centralized money systems, the historical connection between Bitcoin and the gold standard, and guidance on initiating investments in Bitcoin. Money serves as a robust system for facilitating commerce, although it possesses inherent imperfections. Bitcoin, being a digital currency, diverges from traditional physical forms like dollars, euros, or yen, as it exists in the form of encrypted numerical sets, hence the designation, cryptocurrency. In essence, almost anything can function as money, be it beads, shells, spices, salt, silver, or gold. The crucial factor lies in widespread adoption, which confers legitimacy to the chosen medium. Economically speaking, money acts as a medium of exchange, and while it proves effective in various ways, its efficacy depends on the responsible hands handling it. The central message here underscores the notion that money, while serving as a commendable commerce system, is not flawless. Alternative systems, such as bartering, have existed throughout history. Bartering involves direct exchanges of goods, like apples for boots or planks of wood. While this system is functional, it suffers from inefficiency, as individuals may face challenges finding suitable trading partners. Barter systems have deep historical roots, with examples such as the expansive barter network created by Phoenicians and Babylonians over 3,500 years ago. Even during the Great Depression in the United States, individuals resorted to barter, exchanging goods like corn for essential services or coal for heating. Despite its inefficiencies, bartering possesses a self-governing quality, with users determining the value of their exchanged goods. In contrast, money issued and backed by states, exemplified by the 6th century Kingdom of Lydia, introduces centralized control. While such control initially fosters economic prosperity, it carries the inherent risk of devaluation, a challenge faced by every centralized monetary system in subsequent history. Money serves not only as a medium of exchange but also as a store of value, implying its ability to retain its value over time. However, a closer look at monetary history reveals that this stability is often more theoretical than practical. In reality, the value of money tends to fluctuate, prompting the centralization of control over money to empower governments and banks to influence its value. Regrettably, the authority granted to governments and banks is frequently misused, leading to the devaluation of the currencies they oversee. The central message here is that governments and banks routinely mismanage economies. When a government, facing a cash shortage, controls the money supply, it can resort to minting new coins or printing additional bills, fueling inflation, a rise in prices accompanied by a decline in purchasing power. The abundance of cash in circulation diminishes the currency's value, necessitating larger amounts for purchasing goods. While mild inflation might incentivize immediate spending on significant items like cars, excessive inflation erodes savings and hampers investment, contributing to economic stagnation. 15th century China, the first country to introduce paper banknotes, serves as an illustrative example. The Chinese government, needing funds, resorted to printing more bills, resulting in a significant devaluation of the currency. Notes were ultimately worth a mere 0.014% of their face value, compelling the abandonment of paper money. Banks, too, can contribute to an expanded money supply by extending credit, loans, and mortgages, a practice that can be as detrimental as governments printing money. The Great Depression, for instance, was exacerbated by banks lending more money than they had in reserves. The ensuing stock market crash led to a cascade of events, including bank runs and failures, costing American depositors an estimated $140 billion between 1929 and the mid-1930s. The abandonment of the gold standard marked the advent of fiat money, illustrated by the fact that $1 bills and €2 coins possess no intrinsic value. Unlike currencies tied to commodities like precious metals, fiat money's value is derived from the decree of states, making it free-floating, with trust in the issuing state being the sole anchor for its value. Bitcoin emerges as a response to the question of what to do when trust in these states is lacking. Fiat money is a convenient medium of exchange, exemplified by the US dollar's status as the global reserve currency, widely accepted for international transactions. However, it falters in retaining its value. The era of fiat money, characterized by diminishing purchasing power, began in 1971 when the United States, grappling with economic challenges, severed its connection to the gold standard. Previously, key global currencies were pegged to the US dollar, which, in turn, was linked to the gold standard, limiting governments' ability to print money to the amount backed by gold reserves. Post-1971, the abandonment of the gold standard granted governments and central banks the flexibility to print money as a universal remedy for economic crises. Critics argue that this approach, often utilized to counter economic challenges, may be more detrimental than beneficial. Their proposed alternative is to reimagine the gold standard for the digital age, and this is where Bitcoin comes into play.
Your likes, comments, sharing, and subscriptions are a potent force propelling me to connect with thousands, if not millions, to share my message of self-development that has shaped my journey. Your support motivates me to consistently deliver high-quality book reviews. Now, let's seamlessly return to the review and continue this enriching journey together.
Bitcoin is a virtual currency or cryptocurrency, a digital payment system employing encrypted coins to ensure fraud resistance. Beyond its technological aspect, Bitcoin addresses concerns related to centralization and fiat currencies by proposing a solution that eliminates the need for trust in potentially untrustworthy institutions. Unveiled on January 3, 2009, by the mysterious figure Satoshi Nakamoto, Bitcoin aimed to tackle issues of trust and the shortcomings of fiat currencies. Nakamoto's identity remains uncertain, with speculations ranging from being a Japanese coder to a former courier for Pablo Escobar or even a three-person team of Australian coders. Regardless, Bitcoin represented a significant advancement in digital currency design. The double spending problem, where the same digital currency is spent more than once, is a challenge faced by all digital currencies. Traditional solutions involve relying on centralized institutions like banks for transaction verification and record-keeping. However, Satoshi, influenced by the 2008 global economic crisis caused by banks, sought an alternative. This is where the blockchain, Bitcoin's innovative technology, comes into play. Blockchain functions as a distributed ledger, akin to traditional accounting ledgers but with a crucial distinction: it is universally shared. Every participant, from different corners of the globe, has access to the same ledger. When a transaction is recorded in the blockchain, it becomes visible and verifiable to everyone. This decentralized and fail-safe mechanism ensures that double entries are impossible, providing a transparent and secure means of tracking transactions without relying on centralized entities. The trustworthiness of Bitcoin is largely attributed to its distributed ledger, which exclusively records legitimate transactions. This is crucial for establishing trust among users, as a ledger filled with fraudulent transactions would undermine the entire system. The mechanism that ensures the legitimacy of transactions and maintains the integrity of the blockchain is called mining, a reward-based process that incentivizes users to contribute to the trustworthiness of the ledger. At the core of this process is the concept of proof of work, a method that ensures Bitcoin users act honestly in their transactions. To understand this, consider the double spending problem, the concern that someone might spend the same bitcoins twice. To prevent this, miners play a role similar to checking serial numbers on banknotes, but in a more complex digital context. Miners use their computers to run software that verifies transactions and ensures users aren't attempting to spend bitcoins fraudulently. This verification process involves comparing numerous individual serial numbers, transactions, every second, demanding significant computational work. Thousands of computers in the Bitcoin network collectively run this software, affirming or rejecting transactions. The mining process involves solving intricate mathematical problems, analogous to digging through digital mud and rock until a solution is found, the equivalent of striking gold. This effort is the proof of work, and once a problem is solved, creating a new block in the blockchain, users can trust that a substantial amount of computational work has been invested in verifying the legitimacy of the contained transactions. Miners engage in this resource-intensive process, expending electricity to run the software, with the motivation similar to participating in a lottery. Successfully solving a problem unlocks new bitcoins as a reward. Although the odds of winning this lottery are extremely low, around 1 in 21 trillion, the rewards are substantial. Once 21 million bitcoins have been mined, as dictated by Bitcoin's protocol, miners will transition to receiving fees instead of new bitcoins as their reward for contributing to the security and integrity of the Bitcoin network. The early days of Bitcoin mining, akin to gold prospecting during historical rushes, saw individuals utilizing their limited resources to mine the cryptocurrency. These early miners improvised mining rigs, employing computers to solve algorithms, create new blocks in the blockchain, and earn bitcoins. However, the landscape of Bitcoin mining has evolved, paralleling the transition in gold mining from individual prospectors to large companies with industrial equipment. Much like gold mining now involves significant operations by global corporations, Bitcoin mining is predominantly conducted by well-financed groups equipped with substantial computing power. This shift was facilitated by the mining reward system introduced by Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin, which attracted a community of pioneers and established a fair and transparent refereeing system. Mining is permissionless, allowing anyone to participate, and its decentralized nature prevents any single entity from controlling Bitcoin transactions. Despite its openness, mining is a challenging task. The Bitcoin protocol continually increases the complexity of mathematical problems associated with verifying payments, demanding more computing power over time. The early solo miners, operating improvised rigs in their homes, have been replaced by mining pools, organized groups with financial backing that can afford significant computing power. Specialized mining computers, known as ASICs, application-specific integrated circuits, are now common and come with a high price tag, typically exceeding $10,000. Additionally, the operational costs, particularly electricity, contribute to making mining an activity beyond the reach of individual hobbyists. While mining is a significant method for acquiring Bitcoin, it is not the sole avenue for obtaining the cryptocurrency. A Bitcoin is essentially a unique series of digital numbers, stored in an account made up of a private key and a corresponding Bitcoin address. These accounts are referred to as wallets, and choosing the right one involves considering factors such as security and accessibility. Wallets broadly fall into two categories, hot and cold. Hot wallets are always connected to the Internet, while cold wallets remain offline. The primary determinants for each type of wallet are security and accessibility. Hot wallets include desktop wallets, downloaded onto a computer, and mobile wallets, which are apps on a phone. Desktop wallets provide the advantage of not storing information on third-party servers, reducing the risk of hacking. However, they require access to the computer for transactions. Mobile wallets offer flexibility but expose users to the risk of losing access if the phone is lost or damaged. Cold wallets include hardware wallets, which store cryptocurrency on physical devices resembling USB thumb drives. While highly secure, they require technical setup. Paper wallets involve storing private keys on a physical piece of paper, providing the highest security but are vulnerable to physical damage or loss. Choosing a Bitcoin wallet involves weighing the trade-offs between security and accessibility based on individual preferences and needs. The simplest way to enter the Bitcoin world is through exchanges, which are online platforms connecting buyers and sellers of cryptocurrencies. Similar to local movie theaters showing popular films, each country has its own exchanges tailored to local banking systems and currencies. Researching and selecting a suitable exchange is crucial, and platforms like CoinMarketCap.com provide a list of over 300 exchanges worldwide. After choosing an exchange, the user typically undergoes an account setup process similar to opening a bank account, involving identity verification and document submission. Once the bureaucratic steps are completed, users can buy Bitcoins using methods like debit, credit cards or direct bank transfers. While credit cards may incur higher transaction fees, bank transfers are often more cost-effective, although they may involve a waiting period before accessing the purchased Bitcoins. Understanding these basics allows individuals to invest in Bitcoin and participate in the cryptocurrency revolution. It's essential to approach investments with caution, conducting thorough research and relying on personal judgment. The main takeaway from the content is that traditional money systems, while solving the inefficiencies of bartering, have introduced new problems due to centralization and government control. Bitcoin aims to address these issues by decentralizing the currency and placing control in the hands of its users. Similar to the historical gold standard, Bitcoin is resistant to devaluation by governments, offering a potential solution to the challenges posed by centralized monetary systems. In my life's journey, my mission is to impart profound value to my fellow human beings, and I take great pride in this purpose. Each day, I aim to cast a positive influence on someone's life as they begin their day. Luckily, your attention has brought us together on this platform, fueled by your keen desire for knowledge and wisdom. To expand our influence to thousands, if not millions, of knowledge enthusiasts like yourself, I sincerely seek your assistance. A simple gesture of liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to the channel can make a substantial impact. In return, I wholeheartedly pledge to provide impactful book reviews promptly. Your support holds immense significance to me, and I truly appreciate it. Thank you for embarking on this captivating journey with me.